I'm Bobby Rhine for FCDallas.com, and today we want to take a look at FC Dallas as they prepare to take on the Vancouver Whitecaps this Saturday. For Vancouver, the last time they were out, they played Chivas USA in a 0-0 home draw. It was a 4-4-2 formation for the Whitecaps in that game. A familiar face for FC Dallas fans, former Dallas defender Blake Wagner. He lines up at the left back spot for the Whitecaps. Some players that you want to keep an eye on in the game on Saturday against FC Dallas: Quimiento, the left midfielder; Camilo, the Brazilian forward; and then Asli, the Frenchman, plays up top. Those are three key players for them and what the Whitecaps look to do. For FC Dallas, they rolled out their 4-1-4-1 formation against Portland, which was a 3-2 road loss to the Timbers. So what you'll expect to see for FC Dallas when they take on the Whitecaps Saturday is this. What they'll want to do is try to keep their midfield compact and balanced. A lot of that responsibility will fall on the central midfield for FC Dallas. So players like Daniel Hernandez and Andrew Jacobson will really look to try to keep their outside midfielders compact and balanced through the game. Vancouver does such a good job in possession of trying to unsettle a midfield. And what you'll see in this clip here, in the Whitecaps' last game against Chivas USA, they're doing a very good job of moving the ball across the back. As the ball moves in possession, they really do an excellent job of unbalancing the Chivas USA midfield. And those three players I mentioned earlier, Quimiento, Camilo, and Asli, those three combine most importantly to really get a player on the right side of midfield, Wes Knight, with a free shot and an attempt on goal at the back. So in the end, can FC Dallas keep their midfield compact and balanced? In that clip, you can see Vancouver does a good job of moving the ball quickly across the back, trying to unbalance the Chivas USA midfield. We talked to Andrew Jacobson about what FC Dallas needs to do to combat that.
You know, when you play against a team that does have a strong midfield and does pass and move very well, it's going to be really important for us. I mean, on the other way, it's going to be important for us to move the ball, hopefully better than them, but I think we need to come out really hard and play our game.
The second key to success for FC Dallas on Saturday when they take on Vancouver is to make sure they have possession with a purpose. The last time out for FC Dallas against the Portland Timbers in that 3-2 loss, in the first half they had a lot of possession. They were moving the ball fairly well. However, they never really had penetration to get in behind that Portland Timbers defense. Well, when they take on the Vancouver Whitecaps on Saturday, they must try to make that next progression. So can they cause the Vancouver Whitecaps defense a lot more trouble? And what you'll see in this clip here for Vancouver, when they took on Chivas USA this past Saturday, is Chivas USA was very patient with their possession. They had purpose and they had intent behind everything that they were doing in this particular clip. You can see a diagonal ball from Andrew Boyens, who's a defender for Chivas USA. Chivas USA is searching for a way through that back four and that midfield four for the Vancouver Whitecaps. The ball finally finds Simon Elliott in the center of midfield, and he plays the pass that gets Michael Lahoud in behind and penetrating that back four for the Vancouver Whitecaps. Now, nothing results from that possession, but the possession had purpose. It had intent. The purpose was to get penetration. This was good work by Chivas against that Vancouver Whitecaps defense. And in the end, Saturday, when FC Dallas plays the Vancouver Whitecaps, you'll want to see if FC Dallas can have possession with a purpose.
I think it's obvious that we do a great job in possessing the ball. I think our trouble has been when we're in that final third, trying to finish, get more options to score. Obviously against Portland, we were kind of in a desperate mode in the second half, so we were trying to play a little more direct, so there wasn't as much possession in the second half as the first. So we just had to continue trying to play our style of game, which is possession soccer, try to be a little more patient. And obviously when we get in the offensive third, just try to do a little better job at making that final pass and having more options at goal.
Well, the third key to success will be attention to detail. For FC Dallas, particularly early on in the game at Empire Field, the fans are so involved in every single play of the game, FC Dallas will have to have good focus and good concentration. The last thing they want to do is get behind in the match and have to chase the game. That's what happened at Portland last week. And so it will be so very important that FC Dallas starts the game very bright, very attentive, and really does a good job of locking down all opportunities that the Whitecaps look to create.
Just make sure that we're sharper, make sure that we tune in a little bit earlier, we're cognizant of what the other team is doing, and make sure that we react well. At the end of the day, we just got to compete, make sure that we're we're a tough team to play against, and just got to make sure that we get in there on that hard tackle and make sure that we commit fully to getting the victory.
This is FC Dallas's first look at the expansion Vancouver Whitecaps. The match kicks off on Saturday at 6 p.m., and you can watch that on Fox Sports Southwest Plus. Or for our Spanish listeners, you can tune in to 1270 a.m. Voz del Pueblo with your host, Carlos Alvarado. Well, the atmosphere will be electric, and the game will be very good, so make sure you don't miss a moment. For FCDallas.com, I'm Bobby Rhine.